Hello, and welcome to Best Delegate. I'm here with Alec, Barrett, the Secretary General of the 2011 Harvard Model United Nations Conference. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Welcome.
The conference is going really well, very professionally run, well organized as every year that it is. What would you say for you has been the best part of the conference so far?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, opening ceremonies was pretty remarkable. Being up there and seeing all of the delegates at this conference assembled in one place is great because for most of the weekend they're off in their committees, and I've been visiting all of the committees. Mm-hmm. But having everyone assembled in one place really makes you feel like you're part of something larger.
I thought your opening ceremonies was very slick between you and your Director General Anusha. Very smooth speakers there, and then the keynote was delivered live from New York. Was that a last-minute thing? Was that on purpose?
So we didn't plan for that to happen. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be here in person because of the snow that came down unexpectedly overnight on Wednesday. But we were really lucky in that we got her set up with video conference equipment, and we were able to have her broadcast from a conference room in New York City.
I thought that was a really nice touch to opening ceremonies, and even in your opening speech, you brought up a lot about social media and Model UN. Could you elaborate on some of that?
Sure. Well, one of the things that we're trying to do at this year's conference is innovate with technology and integrate technology into our committees so that not just our delegates, but people watching, observing from outside the conference can find out what's going on, and people from other committees can see what else is happening around each of our organs. So it's been really exciting so far. I feel like not just in Model UN, but in the world at large, there's tremendous use for social media in terms of blogging, like what you do, but also tweeting and communicating on Facebook about important causes and movements that are happening that bring people together who really had no way of communicating with each other before the last few years.
You're talking about the Twitter revolutions going on.
Yeah, well, exactly, and actually, as we speak, what we're seeing in Egypt right now is something that is being inspired by influences from other countries, and the ability to access that information when the government has such a firm grip over the traditional means of communication is really important.
I also had a chance to check out the Harvard MUN blog. It's press.harvardmun.org.
That's right.
The blog is very well designed. Again, very social media heavy. I thought it looks really nice.
Thanks. Yeah. So we brought back the press corps this year because, first of all, it's an important part of the realism of a simulation of the United Nations that delegates aren't sitting in a bubble, but they are being monitored and observed and commented on, and criticized sometimes by the media, as in the real world. So the media plays an important role, the fourth estate as it's known, and so we felt like having delegates play the role of those reporters created a really unique, exciting opportunity for young journalists as well.
This is very cool. I definitely want to stop by and check it out too, and maybe do some co-live blogging.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
With your press corps.
Yeah.
So I mean, it sounds like you've introduced a lot of new stuff to the conference with the social media technology, and again, year after year, Harvard has been very well organized, and very polished product. What would you say makes HMUN different? And again, I think a lot of the Model UN community sees it as one of several gold standards within Model UN. But what would you say differentiates it and drives this HMUN culture?
Well, thank you. HMUN is building on many, many years of tradition, for one thing. So this is our 58th year, and every year we try and improve on what we've been doing in the years past. So that's one advantage that we have, is just the longevity of the organization. But I think we have a really committed group. The community that HMUN builds on campus, we have close to 200 students who are involved, is really lasting, and I think the amount of work that our staff put in is really unparalleled. I mean, the quality of the study guides is something that we're very proud of, and that is in many ways thanks to the resources on Harvard's campus. But anywhere, with all the information available on the internet, I think you, with a group of really dedicated staffers, could put together a conference like this.
I mean, Harvard in particular seems to really value quality of debate. and like the substance. Like it's clear that a lot of work goes into the macro guides.
Yeah, they're all written over the summer, and then we have our undersecretaries general work with the directors to edit them and give feedback, and then we have these finished products which are distributed to our delegates, and hopefully they read all of the pages. Some of them can run a little long, but it's all really valuable information. And Model UN being an educational instrument, it's really worthwhile, I think, to have that much information available to our delegates, even if they don't get to use it all in this one conference over 4 days.
Sure. And I mean, did you, when you were in high school, did you get a chance to go to the HMUN?
I did, actually. All 4 years of high school, I was here as a delegate, which was really exciting.
Wow, and then you came to Harvard, and then staffed, and then worked your way up the Secretariat, and now this is it.
That's right. This is my 8th year at HMUN, and last, unfortunately, but it's been quite a journey from...
Unless you decide to become a professional MUNer, like some of us.
Right, exactly.
What would, I mean, clearly, Model UN, you've been highly involved in it. What has Model UN meant to you?
That's a good question. Well, it's a great group of people. I mean, one of the great things about simulating the United Nations is that we have students from all over the world who are participating at Harvard. So I've made friends from India and Korea and the Middle East, and it's a really remarkable group of people that I've gotten to know through Model UN. So that's one thing. For another thing, I feel like I've gained skills that have really transferred to other areas of school and extracurriculars and life outside of either of those. So skills like public speaking, but also writing, working with people who have different views from you is pretty indispensable.
Would you say that Model UN helped you get into Harvard?
I do think it did. I think the leadership opportunities that it provides you, both within your own team in high school and within your committee when you get to conference, working with others and leading your block, is something that demonstrates to colleges that you're ready for whatever it is that the college is going to throw at you.
I'm going to put that on the website.
Please, you're welcome to.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Good luck
Thank you.
with the rest of the conference.
Thanks so much.
And I hope to see you guys again soon.
Great. Thanks a lot. Good talking to you.